do you believe that there's an exception to every rule? And it's a reason why I asked that question, because I believe that there is an exception to every rule. And the rule that I'm speaking of, in particularly, is the dating rule. When it comes to the dating rule, the exception to the rule is being blind. You know, and I say that because a blind man and a sighted man, the only difference between the two is that the fact is that blind man that sighted man, excuse me, 8 times out of 10 has a car. That's the only difference in the two men, because a blind man can be a scumbag, an asshole, a deadbeat, a dirtbag, right along as a sighted man could be, So just because a man is blind, that doesn't mean he's not a man. That doesn't mean his Johnson don't salute. That don't mean. The only thing that doesn't work on the blind man is his eyes. Let's get that out the way right now, because a lot of whispers goes around in the female circles in the hen house, wondering how does a blind man perform, sexually type stuff. So the only thing a blind man can't do that a sighted man can do is drive a vehicle type stuff, So get that out the way first. So when it comes to this dating, man, us as men in general, we know that women have certain boxes that they want their opposite sex or their love interest to check off. You know, such as a job, a car, your own crib, stuff like that. 401k. No, I'm just bullshit. Different things that you will have to check off as a man being pursued by a woman. And blind dudes get written off before we even get the opportunity to check any of those boxes off. A sighted woman would write off a blind dude because he's blind type stuff. Get approached. I don't know. She approached him and she find, either social media, chat line, or even in a public setting, because let y'all tell you, I don't look blind. I would have to tell a woman that I'm blind. So let's say, a blind dude was approached by a woman, and I guess he has to be attractive because she approached him. So first thing that me speaking from my own point of view, the first thing within that first conversation, within that first meet and greet, I'm going to inform you that I can't see. And me informing you that I can't see within that first meet and greet will show me the type of person you are, because I've been shut down too many times to count because of my vision. You blind. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? And then there's nothing, the conversation end type stuff. So dating, just because a blind man doesn't have sight, give him a chance to check off your other boxes, because he could have a car, just be chauffeured. You know what I mean? He could have a job, because it's a good percentage of blind men that do have jobs. But for the blind men that tried to get a job and failed for one reason or another, that blind man still gets income. He hasn't made it this far that you've met him without having some form of income. So give a blind man a chance before you just dismiss him because he's blind. And the reason why I say that is because women are prideful, egotistic. That's naturally, their image is everything. To a woman, their image is everything. So I could be wrong, but maybe a man not being able to see clashes with a sighted woman's image in her mind. It's some sighted women that have dated blind men, and there's some blind women that have dated sighted men. I would love for some of them to comment below. If I do get somebody's attention, comment below your point of view. But it's for that sighted woman. If you can get past the fact that he's blind, he might check off all your other boxes. You just gotta get past the fact that he's blind. I don't know how big of importance that is to y'all when it comes to your future husband, your dream man, your life mate need to qualify as. I don't know if sight. Do y'all think about that? The man of my dreams need to have this, and this. But does the man of your dreams need to have sight? I wonder. The reason why I'm putting this out there is because hashtag blind leading the blind. One of the board of directors, CEOs type stuff. Yeah, we getting up there. Trying to build a corporation on y'all so we can continue to spread the blind message. But he's a single blind man, and he just wanted this topic to be put out there in the atmosphere. Shout out to D-Town Dilly Yo. What up? You know what I'm talking about? So as far as dating, I believe it's the exception to the dating rule is the person being blind. Hey, what if you show up on a blind date and your blind date is blind? You find out he blind. So do you continue to, do you finish out the date? Because you ain't gonna know, if he's sitting down at the table by the time you get there, you ain't gonna know that he blind until you sit down. So once you find out that your blind date is blind, do you holler back at him? That's if y'all vibe well. If y'all vibe well, do you holler back at him, or does him being blind deter you from hollering back at him? Do you think there is an exception to every rule? Hashtag blind leading the blind. I appreciate you for pausing your life to play this video. Till next time, keep it positive, keep it forward, keep it safe.